You know what I mean? So those, you're not only gonna have uncomfortable conversations with other people, but them times when you at home by yourself and you reflecting on your day, now you gotta have some of them uncomfortable conversations with yourself. And Coach Meyer used to have this saying that he used to say to us: if you lie to me, it make you a liar. If you lie to yourself, it make you mess up. His choice of words is a little different. But the older I've gotten, it's like, man, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Truthfully, it's damn near impossible to lie to yourself. Yeah. And if you do, and you're able to do so, you talk some more.
Yeah, it's a problem. You'll never get to where you want to go. It is tough. One of the toughest things to do in life is to be brutally honest with ourselves. Yep. It's because, well, I did do that yesterday, so I don't have to do it today. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We can talk ourselves into anything and convince ourselves of anything if we have not, again, drilled ourselves on being honest with ourselves. We say this in our household: the way we do one thing is the way we do everything. Yep. So the mental training is about everything that I do. If I choose one word for the year, my one word is excellence. And I've taught my kids this: what's your one word? Because if excellence is my one word that I'm focusing on, then everything that I am doing is about doing it with excellence, not perfection. I'm not trying to be perfect. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to say, at the end of the day, when I'm done writing this paper, when I'm done making a meal, when I make my bed, excellence. That's just what I'm trying to do in my life. So when I get on the field, on the floor, it comes out. What's in you comes out. Yep. And that's what we're trying to get parents and these young people to understand. The mental training that we're offering, that we're sharing, is about life. You're going to do life longer you're going to do that sport.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It just so happens that the sport going to just teach you some life skills.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But if you already got a good handle on it going in, you get a lot more out of it.
Yeah.
You get a lot more out of it, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I don't know. We've talked about a lot of different pieces when it comes to being intentional growth, and just being intentional in your life. And again, this chapter is a critical chapter about personal growth that affects you in every area of your life. Like, if you're only trying to grow in the sports arena, if you're only trying to grow in the classroom, all those things intersect at some place. They intersect. You know what I mean? A good leader has to be good in the classroom to be on the field or be a part of a team. Like, if I focus on my skill set on the court and I don't take care of business in the classroom, I'm not going to be there anyway.
100%. 100%. They all tie in. And I say, personally, I always try to speak from my own personal experiences first. Like, the game had to teach me some life skills, but life built me to have tough skin to make it. Yeah. To be honest with you. You know what I mean? And I think some of the issue is we're not prepared for what life gonna throw at us. But it's also a lot of people that haven't experienced a lot of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd say during my time at Ohio State, I had some guys that, if you heard their testimony, it's like, oh, okay, my testimony, like, I do appreciate it.
Right.
But you make me appreciate it even more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
I had some guys that just like, dog, you ain't got no clue.
Yeah.
You have no clue about what the real world really gonna do. You know what I mean? And I think today's generation need a little bit more guidance on what tough skin really look like.
Yeah.
They need more reps at it. They need a lot more reps at it. And I'm a part of that. Like, it's been times where, Pops, we've had conversations that it's like, damn, really, I know I don't have this conversation right now, but it's got to be had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've learned something from you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where the uncomfortable part comes in. you got to be willing to be uncomfortable to get the growth that we're looking for.
Yeah. I always thought about like with my own and you and the people I work with, like, what have I given you a value that you can't buy? You know what I'm saying? Like, what have I given you a value that you can't buy this? You know what I'm saying? And that's an important piece to me as I get older in life. Like, I feel my days get shorter. And so my expectations of myself of giving more, sharing more, and doing more, that grows.
Yeah.
For me, my blessing of being in a big family, I got 4 brothers, 4 sisters. Man, my mama taught me how to figure out a lot of stuff. Like, hey, you ain't the only one. I got 8 other ones, right?
Right.
So going down the aisle, I knew how to cook. I knew how to clean. I knew how to iron.
Yeah.
I knew, like, when I was hungry around the house, I'm gonna fix me a fried bologna sandwich. You know what I mean? Mama busy. You know what I mean?
Eat some way, somehow.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that, like you said, the life that I had, and then the intentionality that mom and dad taught me was how to go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're gonna wait, you're gonna be hungry. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be hungry. So again, I feel like you do. I was blessed to grow up in a time period and grow up in a family that I did with so many siblings that I was taught to figure it out or do without.
That's it. And let me ask you this. How did you navigate the household like that with so many of y'all?
You pay attention. My older siblings played a big role. You know what I mean? And again, people do what people see. Here's why I went into education. I'm with my sister in Columbus, my sister Diane, and she worked at TICO, which was a hard place for young men who were incarcerated.
Yeah.
She's about 5'5", and I watched her control that classroom, and the respect that these young men gave her was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I want some of that. You know what I mean? And again, she was kind, but she was direct with them, and they were so respectful with her and how they responded to her.
Yeah.
That I thought, man, that's a different type of leadership and love and respect that I ain't never seen. And I want to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Like I want some of that. You know what I mean? So being in my household, watching my brothers in athletics, you know what I mean? Trying to keep up with them. And the one thing that my parents emphasized to the core was family. Like, when you leave this household, you better take care of your siblings.
Yeah.
Like, they don't let me find out that you left them hanging or you didn't step up for them.
Yeah.
Because I came from very humble beginnings when we're talking about material stuff. But the one thing I was not missing was the love and companionship that we had within our household, that other kids loved being at our house because they saw it too.
Yeah.
So I just navigated it, man, through paying attention to my older siblings and being responsible for my younger siblings.
How you feel like they impacted the way that you brought up Darius and Bianca, especially not so much as like on the sports side, but just the mental piece of things. You know what I mean? This is how I said, growing up in a household with me, Trey, and Tyler.
Yeah.
3 boys was rough enough.
Yeah.
We put a lot of holes in the walls.
Oh, God.
We had a lot of arguments. We had a lot of fellowship. Like, you know what I mean? And we always, remain close.
Yes.
So like I could say, like, for me, naturally having to kind of step into the father figure role in the house, I understood that everything that I did was under a microscope because they're going to watch what I'm doing. Like, I can tell, hey, do this, clean your room, make your bed. as big bro, but then it's like, man, you ain't making your bed. You ain't dirty. Like, like we're so close in age to where it's like, all right, he got a point. You know what I mean? But I told you, like, you know what I mean? So like, for you and your house, how did you feel like the way that y'all came up played a role in how you raised the kids?
There has always been a responsibility, again, because I grew up, you take care of your brother, your sister. I taught them the same thing. Like, even when they're outside on the court playing, it's competitive. I mean, it's like, I'm not giving you anything, you're going to earn it.
Yeah.
But the reason I want you to earn it is I want you to be better than me. You know what I mean? Like that's a tough love, and that's not easy for Malik to be an upperclassman. Here comes Darius, and everybody's comparing the two.
Yeah.
I had to have conversations about that with people, man. I had to let them know that's not what we do.
100%.
You know what I mean? And even Darius said, Dad, I hate that. That's my brother. Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
They compare us. But teaching them again at the end of the day, take care of one another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your responsibility to him and me. Malik was a great big brother because Darius, a little hard headed.
Yeah.
That boy.
I love Darius.
Yeah, he hard headed. But Malik found a way to love him, and at the college level, pro level, become Darius' biggest fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But again, the one thing I try to teach him, you guys are going to spend more time with each other than you are with mom, and mom and I are going to be gone. You're going to have your sibling a lot longer than you have us. You love your mom, and she'll be gone. You still have your brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, nothing comes between family. Because, man, you talk about them fight. I watched Bianca and Darius in tears disagreed about something. But a day later, going out to eat together. See, because I don't care how bad it gets, it's family. And that's a piece that you have to instill from an early age, day in, day out. We're going to fight. Like you said, we're going to fight.
Yeah.
But the love is deep enough that I'm going to forgive you, and we're gonna have fellowship again.
Yep.
And just like you do with your brothers, it's the same thing I taught them. Like, y'all on the court, y'all fighting, somebody got hit in the mouth. Here come Darius, get back out there, you know what I'm saying? And we laugh about stories about how they battled and went after each other. And probably the funniest one is, I remember the first time Darius beat Malik one-on-one. And I remember the first time Malik beat Bianca one-on-one. Not a single word. Nobody teased, nobody said anything, because that was a serious moment, right, of establishing yourself. But it was also a respectful moment that I ain't gonna say nothing to you, because I know I might take a whooping if I do. like say something.
You take your win.
Yeah, take your win and be quiet. And so we talk about those things now, but to watch how close they are, and choosing to go to New York and spend time with Darius, or I'm getting on the plane, I'm going to go to Europe with, Malik went to Europe with his sister. Man, you talk about as a dad, that to me is my greatest success in life, is seeing how my kids understand the value of each other and the value of family.
Yeah.